Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Diego Dario. And in tonight's game plan, we've got an exclusive conversation with Argentina basketball legend Luis Scola, the latest global ambassador for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023.
We'll find out more about the winning tandem of Sisi, Rondina and Gonzaga in the Volleyball Beach Pro Tour. And we'll take a look at the Greek Freak season so far with the second best team in the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. The living legend of Argentina, Luis Scola, can now add another title to his incredible resume as the newest global ambassador for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Our very own Miko Halili caught up with the second all-time scorer in FIBA World Cup history. Talk about the biggest basketball event of 2023 heading to Manila.
Basketball fans, this is a big day dahil makakausap po natin the FIBA 2023 Basketball World Cup Global Ambassador, the superstar, the legend from Argentina, Mr. Luis Scola. Luis, first of all, congratulations. We want to know, since you've played at the highest level of basketball all over the world, what sets the World Cup apart from the other leagues that you've played in?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for you guys having me here. I'm very happy. Thanks to FIBA for selecting me to be part of this. I'm very proud of it. And lastly, thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate it. I believe, to your question, what separates the World Cup from any other event, sports event, basketball events, however you want to call it, is like the World Cup is like our event. It's like the time of the year in which we all gather, we all get together in one place, and we are the focal point of the month or the week or whatever that is. So it's a one time that it's exclusively for basket and puts everybody in the same place together.
We know that you are always such an intense competitor, but now that you're an ambassador, and you're watching everything happening, the journey to the World Cup from the outside looking in, is that strange? I mean, how does it feel to be an observer now as opposed to an actual competitor on the court?
Well, I used to be a competitor. Now I can't compete anymore. I'm not a competitor because I will lose. I am too old to compete. So I kind of lose a little bit of that passion of physically winning games or winning matches or working out and do stuff like that. So my role now it's outside of the court. It's different. It's a little slower. I like it. It's not the same like playing, but I am leading this World Cup, the whole road to the World Cup, and probably the World Cup itself. I'm leading the whole experience from another point of view. It's been rather strange. I used to like it better when I was involved. It was more fun, but it's been fun also. I like it. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to be there in the World Cup and to live that experience from another point of view. I'm looking forward for that. I am sure it's going to be less fun than playing, but what is more fun than playing? Nothing. So. That's to be expected. I'm still looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time.
Do you also look forward to a World Cup wherein there are not one, not two, but three hosts for the 2023 World Cup? Are you excited for that kind of setup for the World Cup next year?
Yeah, I am excited for that. I think that would be very cool. It's just like a new thing. But I'm also excited to go to the Philippines to watch games there because I know how fanatics the people is there for basketball, and I never really had the chance to experience that. So I feel sorry that I couldn't do it as a player, but I'm looking forward to go there as a fan and just lead that environment in the Philippines. That everybody told me that this is like a very strong fan base for basketball. But about the three countries, I think it's a cool thing. We get more countries involved, more fans involved. We get a chance to bring the game to different places. So I think those are all good things. Those are all pluses.
Speaking of the Philippines, Luis, you've been part of the World Cup. You're a legend of the World Cup. You understand the excitement of the World Cup. Could you describe to the fans here in Manila and all over the Philippines what the World Cup experience is like?
Well, the World Cup, as I was telling you before, is the one time in which basketball is a focal point. FIBA, the countries, the national teams are the focal point. And it's quite special, because you get to see all different cultures, all, the basketball schools of all different countries to kind of like play together and compete. And it's just hard to describe, but it's quite a unique experience. I think it's going to be a great World Cup. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Luis, could you invite all the fans here in the Philippines to watch the World Cup and join you as the global ambassador for next year's biggest event?
Yeah, I would love to see you guys all. I want you guys to pack the arena, to enjoy the event. It's going to be great. In fact, I played Philippines once in Spain, one of the World Cups, and somebody get a dunk on me, and I still getting texts about that, and Twitter and Instagram, they just still hitting me up on that. So, and when it happened, I was like, why everybody's reacting so much about this? And they were like, no, basketball fans are huge in Philippines. And it's true. I still getting texts about that game. I'm still getting texts about that play. So I'm looking forward to see live. I'm just very excited about Philippine fans.
Once again, Luis, congratulations. A highly deserved honor to be named Global Ambassador for the sport that you love, that you're legendary for playing for. And again, thank you, Luis, for talking to us today.
Thanks to you guys. It was fun to be here today. I'm very excited to be an ambassador of the World Cup.
Mga kaibigan, ang Global Ambassador po ng FIBA 2023 Basketball World Cup, Luis Scola. Luis, again, maraming salamat.
After the break, we'll catch up with Sisi Rondina as she leads her team to the Volleyball Beach Pro Tour Championship title. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. The duo of the Bionic Ilongga, Jovelyn Gonzaga and Sisi Rondina, made the country proud after winning the title of the Volleyball World Beach Pro Tour. Joining us tonight are one of the champions, Sisi Rondina. Idol, first of all, congratulations. Alright, Sisi, so nakalaban mo sa final, all-Filipino final, sila Jen S. Lapor and Florimel Rodriguez. Kamusta naman yung matchup mo kalaban sila sa finals?
Rinig naman ako? Rinig ako?
Yes.
Ayan. Actually po, hindi namin in-expect yun kasi knowing Jen and Beach talaga, nagsama na sila sa Thailand. And, medyo mahaba-haba na yung napagsamahan nila. Kesa sa amin ni Ate Jogs na 2 weeks lang. So, hindi namin in-expect yun talaga kasi what we did is to showcase lang kung ano yung kaya ng partnership namin ni Ate Jogs. And, ayun. Nagpapasalamat kami at kami yung binigyan ng pagkakataong mag-champion.
Sisi, na-mention mo nga, napaka-ikli yung preparation nyo with Ate Jobs. For those wondering, bakit maikli yung preparation nyo? And of course, how did you make sure na nandyan yung chemistry ninyo going into this tournament?
Actually po, kasi si Ate Jobs galing pa po sa, sa indoor. So, nung November 18 lang ata siya natapos eh. Tapos after nung kinabukasan, nag-training agad siya sa Beach Valley. So, ayun. Pinilit namin mag-connect talaga. Although, makikita nyo naman sa games namin na minsan di kami nag-aabot. Pero ang maganda doon kasi pareho kami hindi nagpapatalo. Kaya, yun siguro yung naging sekreto at kami yung nanalo doon sa Pro Tour po.
And kahit short lang yung time nyo to prepare, ano yung mga natutunan mo kay Jov Gonzaga? Kamusta rin siya as a teammate, Sisi?
Oo. Grabe, si Ate Jobs, siya yung nakita ko, kahit senior ko na siya yung nagpapaka-junior. Like, nakikinig lang siya sa akin. And wala, alam mo yung give and take lang kami sa loob ng court. And grabe siya lumaban. And hindi talaga siya nagpapatalo talaga. Kitang-kita naman talaga sa laruan ng Pro Tour. Kaya, yun, ang natutunan ko sa kanya is, pag hindi pa tapos, wag tumigil. Yeah.
Well, you had a bit of cramps at the end, but still, nalaban mo.
Grabe.
And obviously, getting the win there. Kamusta naman yung experience playing that type of tournament dyan sa Subic? Siyempre, may konting home court advantage kayo with the fans out there and everyone enjoying and cheering you on. So, kamusta naman yung experience as a whole tournament?
Actually, first time po mangyari sa akin yun na nagka-cramps during the game. Like, hindi din namin in-expect din po kasi na 33 sets po yung mga laro namin. And ayun, nakaka-boost ng moral actually yung mga tao doon sa venue. And ayaw din po talaga din kasi namin masayang yung tinuro po ng bagong coach namin na taga-Brazil na si Coach Kiday. And pinakita din po talaga namin kung ano yung kaya ng mga Pilipino. Katulad ko na maliit. So, yun. Nilabas lang namin kung ano yung kaya namin gawin and kung ano yung maipakita namin sa mga tao. Kaya, yun yung naging tulay at manalo po kami.
Alam mo, Sisi, isa ako sa mga na-inspire. Siyempre, maliit.
Mga pocket rocket dyan!
Na nasa sports. Pero, Sisi, ngayon na, tapos na yung Pro Tour, ano na yung next step na gagawin mo, Sisi?
Meron kami, nag-prepare po kami for the next SEA Games next year sa May. And yun, sa ngayon, bakasyon muna. Yun naman talaga yung kailangan. Kasi nung pagka-uwi po namin talaga galing Subic, naninikip po yung dibdib namin, nangangalay na di po namin alam. So parang pagod talaga, drain talaga yung katawan namin. Kaya sa ngayon po, the whole December, magpapahinga lang po kami. Pero di ko po alam, baka may pasulpot-sulpot po ata na liga na sasalihan namin sa Mindanao. Hindi pa namin alam, pero yun, partner ko naman doon si Deej naman. Si Deej naman yung partner ko doon. Kaya, di ko alam, sana manalo din kami doon.
Sisi, I remember sa simula at the start of your beach volleyball journey, there was a lot of potential, grabbing investment in terms of the training. Gaano ka excited sa potential mo at potential ng beach volleyball program dito sa Pilipinas to reach even greater heights, especially after yung win na to?
Excited po ako actually kasi kaya naman pala natin mga Pilipino na magpakitang gilas sa mga European mga kalaban. And matetest naman po yan pag nauulit ko yung mga achievements. Kaya aantayin po namin yon and magtatrabaho po kami para sa bayan.
Sisi, Rondina, maraming salamat. Again, congratulations on that big win and hopefully we can see you in studio soon and you can teach Diego how to play beach volleyball also.
Abangan ko yan.
Soon pa. So,
Thank you, Sisi.
thank you.
Alright, so after the break, we'll find out if Giannis Antetokounmpo is the MVP favorite for the ongoing season of the NBA. We know someone who thinks he is. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to The Game. It's no surprise that NBA fans are buzzing about how good Giannis Antetokounmpo is playing yet again for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, joining us to talk about his season and a whole lot more are Tin Gamboa and Ben Phillips. Hello, welcome to The Game. And can I just say, Jegs,
Debut, by the way.
debut for these two. We needed to have Tin on the show to talk
You
about.
needed. It
We
was a
needed
need.
to. It was a need.
Okay.
Because if we talked about Giannis and you weren't there, she would suddenly appear anyway.
Hologram. Yes,
Magically,
yes.
you're there. Every time we're talking about the Bucks or Giannis, it has to be Tin.
Especially
Right
if
here.
someone says something bad, I'm right there.
Yeah, she's right there.
Creeping.
Oh, absolutely. And Ben, of course, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks
I know
for
it's your
having
first time. I know you're repping LeBron right now.
Yes.
Because he's from Ohio, you're from Ohio, and I'm sure there's connection there.
Yeah, the hometown hero talaga. So ever since nung bata ko, I would always watch LeBron, Cleveland. Yeah.
That's an enviable connection because
Yeah.
Giannis is from Greece, I'm from Paranaque.
Yeah.
So it's
medyo
no.
Yeah. Baka yung street name. Yung street name nyo ba? Greek ba? Or-
Hindi rin.
Hindi rin eh. Okay, sige. Ganun talaga. Jegos repping Damian Lillard.
Dame Lillard,
Of course.
I'm a Dame
No
fan.
surprises there.
yeah.
He just hit 11 3-pointers.
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the way.
that was crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not repping my Jazz for lack of stock reasons.
Okay.
But naubos.
Naubos,
It's, yeah,
naubos. All right,
flying
so
off the shelves.
Curry's been playing well. anyways.
Curry's good enough for the Jazz.
What?
No. All right. So
Okay.
anyway, Jegs, go on.
I mean, let's start it off with Giannis here. Giannis
Let's do it.
questions first. I mean, do you think Giannis is the MVP early into the season? I mean, he's been averaging 31 points per game and 11 rebounds.
He is averaging a career high in points. I am the biggest Giannis apologist you will find in this country.
Yeah.
But I can't, in good faith, come here with such legit hosts and another legit co-guest and say that he is going to win MVP this year when there is a Jason Tatum that is just killing
Okay,
it.
okay.
He's killing it. If things continue to go the way they are, then I don't think Giannis has a shot. I think it's going to go to Jason Tatum.
I like how
that is a hot take, though.
That is-
you know.
that's a good take.
I like how there's no blind loyalty for Tin to the point that she's wearing Trae Young's jersey.
I know. I'm so confused.
No, because Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, did they eliminate the Milwaukee Bucks?
No, they didn't.
Oh, they
Diego, what are you talking
Get
about?
your facts straight, Jegs.
It was the Celtics that eliminated the
Oh, the
Bucks
Celtics,
last
the
year.
Celtics.
All right, so Ben, just to piggyback off that, the Bucks have had a relatively good season so far. What are your thoughts on how they've been performing, especially with Giannis at the level he's at right now?
Well, I think, especially when I watched them win their first championship, I mean, it was just something magical.
Yeah.
It was extremely wild. So I think if Giannis plays at the level, that we know he can play at, I mean, he's just dominating everybody. I mean, whether they're bigs or small, he's running the floor. He's developing his shot a lot more. I see him working on his free throws after the game. So all of these things are going to be really, really good for them moving forward.
So we talked about Giannis. Let's talk about the team in general, the Bucks. I mean, they've been playing well. Second in the East so far. Tin, what do you think of the Bucks season?
And where will they end
Are
the
they
regular
going
season?
all the way?
Okay, I'm being bombarded by
You
questions.
are.
So they did so well against the Warriors today. Giannis, in particular, did so well. I think he did something like 30, 12, and 5,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, that's why you're wearing the Curry jersey, by the way.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. Let's go with that.
Personally,
Let's go with that.
I mean, if I had my way, of course, I would love for them to get another ring. I would love for Giannis to get another ring. It's tough in the East right now. I mean, like I said, the Celtics are doing really well. Embiid is playing so well for the 76ers. It's going to be a tough road. I want them to do it.
Yeah.
I think they have what it takes to do it, but it's going to be a harder road than it was 2 years ago.
I personally think that if Chris Middleton didn't get injured last
Absolutely.
season, they would make it back
True.
to the
Yeah,
finals.
very true. Now, since we touched on the Eastern Conference, we're going to turn now to the Cleveland Cavaliers in general, because Ben's here. He needs to talk about that. You took my guy, Donovan Mitchell, which is, I guess, okay,
Pao
everyone's happy.
cried like 2 nights, by the way.
I think this is why I'm here between you guys.
Yeah.
My shield.
No. But you know what? His move, he looked like an MVP candidate, at least early on. Tailed off a bit, but still Cleveland have been fun. They've been really good. What do you think of what they're showing so far, and how has Donovan Mitchell fit in for you and the rest of the fans of Cleveland?
Well, obviously, coming from Ohio, I love the land. I'm from Cincinnati, so Cleveland's only about, a quick drive away. But Donovan Mitchell has been playing out of his mind recently. If we look at some of his shooting splits, I think he's averaging, 29, 30 points a game, right? He's shooting 49% from the field, and from downtown, I mean, he's just lights out, 42%, from the three. So I think with those things, he's really fitting in to a young team that has a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
We talk about Evan Mobley. We talk about, Darius Garland and Jared Allen along with Kevin Love. They have a nice squad, so I think he's meshing in really well. Brings some veteran experience, but also that that fire that we need.
And Ben, as a hooper, why do you think Donovan is playing so well here with Cleveland? Even better than when he was with Paul's Jazz.
No, I agree. So, no, answer that question.
Well, I think one has to be, the release of his new shoes. I mean, obviously the Donovan Mitchell shoes have been fantastic,
Crazy.
so I got to plug that in there because
Nice.
I use them myself. I
Yeah.
mean, they're really comfy. But I think, he has a lot of younger, fresher guys that can carry that load night in and night out. Before it was just Darius Garland, who was an absolute certified bucket, but now they're a dynamic duo in that backcourt. And so having that, along with some championship veteran experience from Kevin Love, I think that locker room is really a better fit for him now. And he even had a post, I think, a while ago, sabi daw ni Donovan Mitchell, sobrang masayo ko dito, compared to when he was in Utah. Walang shade
I'm so sorry.
Jazz.
It's okay.
It's okay, Bob.
It's okay. We have Laurie. Go ahead.
But he's having fun again, and I
Yeah.
think that's really, really impactful, especially when you have a long season. It's always fun in Ohio, so I don't care what people say.
All right, so that's Cleveland's third in the East. Your Bucks are second in the West. You see the two of them. I hate to put you guys against each other, but I will.
He has like a foot
Yeah.
over me.
Yeah, I know.
okay.
But then I know you have a booming voice. You can take him on. But then you take a look at, let's say these two do match up, or at least you look at how the seedings will go through based on how the regular season is. Who do you think actually ends up with a higher seed?
Wow, I'd be super scared if the Bucks had to face the Cavs at any point in the playoffs. I would still give it to the Bucks.
Okay.
They'd have a really hard time. I'd say Bucks in 7.
You say
Well,
Bucks?
I honestly
Okay.
think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are a good matchup with the Bucks.
Agreed.
Talk about length. Mobley can probably match up with Giannis. Brook Lopez with Jarrett Allen and all that. So I think that's a good matchup.
How about you? Where do you think the chips fall here?
I think Donovan Mitchell has that dog in him to really take over games, but when you see Giannis just really take over, when he wants to take over, I think all the props to Evan Mobley, and all those young guys, but when Giannis wants to dominate, he can. And over the length of a series, I think that he can do that. So even though I have my Cleveland, I have my Ohio loyalty, got to give it to the Bucks on that one.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if it does match up. And of course, let's see whether or not they'll get there. Again, guys, thank you very much. Ben, thank you very much for Laurie Markkanen, for Colin Sexton, for all that you've given just for Donovan Mitchell.
Ohio hospitality.
It's been weird, but I'm here for it. Thank you very much, and hope we can have you both again.
Thanks so
you
much
so
for
much.
having us.
Thank you.
Well, don't forget to show off your style and support your favorite players, as today is NBA Jersey Day. Visit the NBA store in SM Mega Mall or on nbastore.com.ph to get your official NBA jersey for the NBA Jersey Day. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Diego Dario.
And I'm Paolo Del Rosario. This has been The Game.